All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, SHIPIT Nation YouTube station? We're back with the Tuesday, January 23rd NHL Quick Hit brought to you by SHIPITNation.com for this 9-game slate on FanDuel and DraftKings. If you are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you would like to join SHIPIT Nation, head over to SHIPITNation.com, click on Join Now. Last chance to use that promo code PGA10. Get in there, 24 hours left on this code to get you 10% off monthly or season package to PGA, along with the other packages that we offer for all of our sports. I highly suggest getting the all access pass to catch all of our sports, including my premium content for the NHL slate overall. But let's dive right in, looking at some of my favorite stacks of the evening here. Let's start with Edmonton, the chalk of the slate here. Edmonton, massive favorites here at home. 7 over under is the total, minus 370. And these guys are all very, very in play. One of the best stacks, probably the best stack, in my opinion, on the slate. Not going to be low owned by any means. They're going to be chalk for a reason, but Columbus is just bleeds goals on the road. Connor McDavid draws the best matchup for centers, and he is arguably one of the best centers in the entire NHL. Last game against Columbus last season, he did score 2 goals, had 2 assists, dropped almost 50 DraftKings points. Love Connor McDavid. Love Zach Hyman. Love Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Those three, Nugent-Hopkins at 6.1K, way too cheap here. Zach Hyman, 8,400, has been very good. All these guys are averaging over 4 shots and goal per game over the last 5. Absolutely love these guys. Edmonton, hottest team in the league right now, and don't think Columbus is going to slow them down either. So really like those guys. And if you want to save some money, going to Leon Draisaitl, Warren Foegele, and Evander Kane on that second line is definitely a good route to go. Edmonton, my top stack of the evening here. Let's jump into probably the second chalkiest team on the slate here. It's the Rangers on the road here facing San Jose. San Jose coming off a nice win last night, but on a back-to-back here. I think they're outmatched in this one against the Rangers here. Really like the second line for the Rangers. Panarin, Vincent Trocheck, and Alexis Lafreniere here. Alexis Lafreniere at 4.6K. Nice price point there. Panarin's up to almost 9K. I prefer the Edmonton guys a little bit more, but you should see much lower ownership on a guy that has shown 30-point upside on the season, so I don't hate that. Mika Zibanejad at 6.4K remains very cheap here, gets a good above-average matchup against the Sharks. Last time this season he played them back at home, he did score a goal, and that game did shoot out 11 goals in that game, 6-5. Rangers won that. You could see this game get up and down here, but I think this game is going to be one-sided here. I like these Rangers a lot. Top line, top power play. But my preferred is actually going to be the Rangers line 2 here on the road against the Sharks. Really like them here. Looking at another lower owned team that I'm looking at here, it's going to be actually Montreal. In this spot, I like Montreal at home here against the Senators. Senators have been the leakiest team on the road over the last 10 games here. Really like this top line with Suzuki, Slafkovsky, and Cole Caulfield here. Cole Caulfield at 6.5K, one of my favorite plays on the entire slate. He's playing amazing hockey right now. Mike Matheson, top line, top power play, 6.3K from a D-man. I really, really, really like this top line for Montreal. I think they go overlooked. They're playing good. They're at home here. Ottawa's given up over 4.5 goals per game over the last 10 games on the road. Expected goals is up north of 3.6 as well. So really like Montreal in this spot. Really love Montreal line 1 here and Matheson as a D-man. Looking at another team here, Detroit on the road against Dallas, on the road here in Detroit. Like Dallas here in this spot. Dallas should win this game pretty easily here. Looking at the matchup, Detroit, second leakiest team on home ice in terms of actual goals for and actual goals against, and expected goals against here. I think Dallas can put it to these guys here. Dallas coming off a tough loss last game against the Islanders. I think they beat them here. Last time they played these guys, they won 6-3 at home. I think we see a similar outcome, even though they are on the road here. Jason Robertson, Rupia Hintz, Wyatt Johnston is my preferred. Just going to that top line there. You can jump into this second line here as well with Marchment, Seguin, and Matt Duchene as some value guys. I mean, those guys have nice price points. Seguin at 4.8K, Duchene at 5.6K is a nice price point. Mason Marchment at 3.6K, sub 4K. Overall, really like Dallas here as well. Dallas in a great spot. Two more teams I'm looking at here. First team is going to be Buffalo. Buffalo on the road against the Ducks here. I'd like this spot for Buffalo. Buffalo coming off a tough loss, 3-1 against Tampa. Before that, they back-to-back shutouts there. Tage Thompson, 7.8K. Good play there. Rasmus Dahlin, I like him here. Alex Tuch, and then their other line mate and Jeff Skinner should be back tonight as well. So this top line should be back fully in play, fully skating together. Really like them here, going to them. Seeing very low ownership overall on these guys, so I like them. And then the second line with Peterka, Benson, and Middlestad is back together now with Skinner returning. So don't hate that as well. Do like Buffalo here. I think Buffalo wins the game. Last team I'm looking at here is going to be the Islanders at home against Vegas here. Really going to focus on New York Islanders power play one, which is Noah Dobson, Bo Horvat, Barzal, Brock Nelson, and Kyle Palmieri. Palmieri at 3.8K is playing great hockey right now, sub 4K, one of the best value plays on the entire slate, in my opinion here. Gets a good matchup. Brock Nelson has a good price point. Matthew Barzal has a good price point, good matchup. Bo Horvat, same thing. Overall, these guys are good. Really like New York Islanders top power play tonight. Let's look at some value plays, starting with the center position. Nicholas Roy for Vegas here. I like the Islanders in that game, but Nicholas Roy, top or the second line, second power play here. He's playing over 18 minutes at 3.5K, coming off a massive game where he had 2 assists and a goal. Hard to ignore his price point and the opportunity he gets at the price. So 3.5K. Do like Nicholas Roy here. Going back to Edmonton, the chalk of the slate, Ryan McLeod here at home, third liner, second power play. He's just 2.9K in the best matchup on the slate, centers against Columbus. So do think he's a solid option as well. Another solid wing value center, is on the other side of that Dallas game. It is actually above average matchup. It's JT Compher here. He's playing over 20 minutes at 4K, getting top power play time as well. Dallas ranks 25th against center, so I do like JT Compher. And then the last guy I'll bring up is Jake Evans at basically a stone minimum punt, 2.6K here. He's playing over 17 minutes at 2.6K here in a matchup where I like Montreal at home, so I don't mind Jake Evans. Jumping into some value wings on this slate. First value wing, TJ Oshie. This guy just does not move his price. Now gets a matchup where Minnesota ranks 30th in the league against wings. TJ Oshie at 4K, one of the best value wings on the entire slate with how he's playing right now. Another guy from Vegas, Pavel Dorofeyev here. Top line, top power play at 3.8K. He scored a goal in 2 straight games, playing great hockey right now. Going to probably play close to 16 minutes here, 12 to 16 minutes expected out of him at 3.8K. I don't think he's the worst. My favorite wing on the entire slate, value wing, is Kyle Palmieri here, 3.8K. Really like him for the Islanders. Already broke him down when I talked about the Islanders. And then the last guy is going to be Gerard Slavkovsky here, top line, top power play for Montreal. Really like that top line. He's 3.4K, skating next to Caulfield and Suzuki, and getting top power play time, playing close to 20 minutes. Really, really like him here on this slate. Jumping into some value D-men on this slate. First value D-men, Nick Seeler, 3.5K. Going to play probably 16 to 18 minutes here. Going to block some shots. I think he's a fine option here. Above average matchup against Tampa Bay as well. Another guy, Johnny Hakapana here for Dallas, 3.2K. This guy's playing over 20 minutes. Massive matchup shot block, 10, 8, 14, 11 DraftKings points in his last 4 at 3.2K. Now gets a matchup where Detroit ranks 30th in the league against opposing D-men. I do like Johnny Hakpa here for Dallas. Another guy for Tampa here is Calvin DeHaan, 2.8K. Basically stone minimum here, playing close to 20 minutes. 18, 12, 17, and 10 DraftKings points in his last 4 games. He's averaging nearly 12 DraftKings points among that stretch, playing close to 20 minutes. He's another shot blocker at $300 over min price, Calvin DeHaan. And then the last guy I'll bring up is Cody Ceci here for Edmonton. Chalk of the slate. Columbus, one of the worst teams in the league against D-men. Cody Ceci going to play 21 to 22 minutes here, getting top line work next to Darnell Nurse here. 3.1K, really like him on this slate. Jumping into some Goalies you can look at. First goalie, top projected goalie on the slate is going to be Ilya Sorokin here, getting against Vegas on a back-to-back here at home, 7.8K. He's a good goalie. I think he's got a lot of upside here in GPPs. Should be pretty chalky at that price, but I do like the Islanders to win that game, so I think he's good. Another spend-up goalie is going to be Igor Shesterkin here, one of the heaviest favorites on the slate. Don't think the Rangers lose this game, especially with the Sharks on a back-to-back. Igor Shesterkin at 8.4K, definitely a good goalie play on this slate. Two more cheaper, on another spend-up goalie, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen here for Buffalo. UPL is what I call him. It's easier to say, but 8.2K, already talked about like in Buffalo on the road here in Anaheim. So I do think UPL is a solid goalie. And then the last goalie I'll bring up is going to be Darcy Kemper here. Darcy Kemper, 7.4K. Matchup in Minnesota. That game, I think, is very evenly matched. Could go either way. I give the edge to a goalie that's been playing good and is 7.4K with upside here. So Darcy Kemper going to be my favorite cheaper goalie on this slate. That's going to do it for this edition of the NHL Quick Hit. As always, my final content, Sleep Plan Core Plays, will be live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers. If you're not a member yet, head over there, click on Join Now. Use promo code PGA10, get you 10% off your package. But for myself, Nadesify, good luck tonight. Let's ship it.